Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and Olight has taken their OPen to the next level with the OPen Glow. This is a different take on their OPens. It still is a pen, still has lights and laser in this case, but they've had like the OPen Pro, the OPen 2, the OPen, now the OPen Glow. Now this has a couple of different, kind of a departure from the traditional form factor of these OPens that we are used to. It does use the same bolt action here. However, the bolt action, the upward force on it does deploy the laser just like before, but rather than this being a stationary port on the top, you actually push that to fire up the light. The first setting is 5 lumens when it turns on, very low, and then if you hold this, it cycles through the low, medium, and high. So we are working with 5 lumens upon initial startup. That's their moonlight setting, followed by 20 lumens, 60 lumens, and then 120 lumens. So you do get quite a bit of light out of one of these. Not enough to run blindly through a forest at night, but plenty that you can easily move around in that nightly forest. The other thing is, on the front end now, because a lot of people apparently were taking their OPens apart like this, and then they'd turn on the light, and then they would use it to write with. That's in the dark. That's what you had to do. Well, Olight obviously noticed that, so what they've done now is incorporated a 0.2 lumen light on the front end. So if you deploy the pen, just like that, and then hit this button, it turns on a light. So you can write in the dark and see what you're writing. If for some reason you wanted both lights, what you can do is turn that light on. Actually, turn off the turn this light on, get the setting you want, and then deploy the pen, and then hit the button again, and then it deploys that light. So you can have both if for some reason you wanted that. And as soon as you put this away, stow the writing part, it shuts off the light. So the laser's pretty solid. Again, it's a very, very nice cohesive beam. Obviously all lasers have to be, but this one does produce an excellent spot compared to a lot of green lasers. And the one feature I wish it had is momentary. So it's kind of a turning it on and turning it off. And when I use a laser pointer, and I do quite a bit, I would like to be able to just flick it on and flick it off, or have a little bit more control over when it comes on and off, rather than sort of waiting for the cycling here. Overall, it's a great design. I'm glad Olight is pushing this space. Olight is really innovating, bringing new methods of manufacture, new features, giving us stuff we didn't know we needed until we have it, and then we think, man, this is actually great. And now with the charging port, it's a little magnetic port. It's got a coin on the bottom, so you can actually stick this with adhesive to another surface and then slap that down just like they have with some of their other Olights. It just drops in. There is a charging port on the end of this thing that you can see right there. Whoops. And you get, right now it's red, in a moment it'll be green, because green is the indication that it's fully charged, and it should be pretty close. I've been using it, but anyway, great design, and Olight's having their big sale now. Olight sent me this stuff. I'm glad they did. Olight is also going to go public apparently, so it's going to turn into a bigger company. It's going to be interesting to see what happens then. And apparently this is the kind of the free gift if you haven't got a goober yet. It's kind of a neat little clamp light. You could do all kinds of different things with it. It's got, I think they call this one the emergency, because you can, when I turn it on, it's got different cycling. Kind of fun. Real quick little light. So they're also exploring that space. Anyway, yep, there we go. I can see that. Oh, I thought it turned green. Anyway, the new Olight OPen Glow. And with that, Doc out.